In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best budget cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here, ranking from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 40-ish of the best budget cards right now in My Team, and I do consider a budget card to be realistically any card under 40,000 MT, but most of these cards are anywhere ranging from 5,000 to 25k, with exception of a couple cards maybe being 30 to 40,000 MT. But let me know in the comment section down below your guys' favorite budget cards to be running right now in season number 6, and of course let me know what you guys would change about my budget card tier list. But looking at the first budget card is actually going to be a card that I think is going to be in the S tier category, and that is going to be Pink Diamond Eddie Curry. This card to me is absolutely amazing at the center or power forward position. He's 7 foot with a 7'7" wingspan. The defense on this card is great. He's got such a good player model. That 98 strength is really crucial for a big man. Great Hall of Fame defensive badges like Box Out Beast, Brick Wall, Paint Patroller, Post Lockdown, and Rebound Chaser. But the best thing about this card, 1000%, is actually having a guard type of jump shot. He's got the LaMelo Ball base, Darius Garland upper on very quick timing. So like you can actually 3-hunt with this card a little bit if you wanted to, and when he's open he can get that jump shot off really quick because of how fast his jump shot is. So you're looking at a big man who can contain the other bigs in this game, play really good defense. He can still slash to the basket, do all the stuff that, you know, traditional big man can do, but also does have a really quick jump shot and one of the better jump shots in this game when we're talking about a center slash power forward card. So Eddie Curry, I think when we're talking about budget cards, is one of the best and is definitely going to be somewhere in that S tier category. Talking about Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. is still a great budget card. I think he's probably realistically B tier. He used to be like A, maybe even S tier a couple weeks ago, but we've got so many great budget cards and he's still very good. 6'10" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan, you know, great defender, 97 block, 92 interior defense. I mean, for a diamond card, he is amazing. But again, there's just so many great budget cards in this game that I do think B tier is going to be a fair spot. Talking about Diamond Bruce Bowen, again, probably the same thing. These are diamond cards, so they don't have the craziest stats and badges, but Bruce Bowen is an amazing defender. Like, for a diamond card, you wouldn't expect him to have this good of stats and badges. 6'7" net shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan, really amazing defensively on the perimeter, really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. So we'll have to see later in the tier list. Maybe we do want to move up, you know, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Bruce Bowen. Maybe we want to move them up into the A tier category, but I think for now B tier is probably a fair spot. Talking about Pink Diamond Rocco, I think he has a legit argument to be an S tier. I only want to have like maybe 6 to 8 to maybe 10 cards in the S tier category. Like I think no more than like 7 in the S tier category. So it's like, is Rocco a top 7 budget card in this game? And there's a legit chance he could be, but I think for now I'm just going to keep Rocco in A. He is 6'9" at shooting guard though, 7'2" wingspan, really good player model. The defense is top tier on Rocco. That like, I want to put him in S tier, and maybe I'll put him in S tier for now, and we'll see if we need to move him down to A tier. But I do think he's really good for a budget card. Thurl Bailey, I think, is that like C tier option. He's definitely a step below a Jaren Jackson Jr. when we're talking about power forwards. It's nice he can play small forward though, and he is he's either 6'10" or 6'11". I always forget his height, but he's 6'11" at the small forward position, 7 foot wingspan, really well-rounded card, but doesn't like excel at anything necessarily. Like his defense is good, but it's not like this top level defense that we'll talk about some other cards or even like that Rocco has at the shooting guard position. So I think for that reason, Thurl Bailey is probably in a good spot here at the C tier category. Not a bad budget card, but also not one of the better ones. Pink Diamond Kel'el Ware might still be the best budget card in this game. I think him and Eddie Curry is a very close comparison. I think some people would even take Eddie Curry over Kel'el Ware. He's kind of just a better card, to be honest, because he's got a lot more weight on him. He's got a lot more strength. He's got a bigger player, like a longer wingspan, and also just a bigger and better player model. The jump shot's better on the card. The defense on Eddie Curry might be even better as well. So Eddie Curry might be honestly a better budget card than Kel'el Ware, but Kel'el Ware is still a great option, definitely going to be in the S tier category. Talking about Diamond Poku, I like almost want to put him in A tier because I think Poku is actually very good at the power forward position, but I don't know if he's much better than Jaren Jackson Jr. He is 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan, and his strength actually isn't that bad. Like 84 strength is good for a diamond card, and Poku weighs 210 pounds. Obviously he's going to be a slender player model, you know, not the biggest power forward in this game, but still that height and that lankiness is going to be really helpful at the power forward position. I think B tier is a fair spot. I probably wouldn't go any higher than B tier. Just again, diamond cards don't have the greatest stats or badges. You know, has a good jump shot though, in my personal opinion. Talking about Pink Diamond Alex Sarr, I would say also B tier. it's kind of hard to get into that like range of the A tier category, because I do think these guys in S are quite a bit better than these cards in B tier, but these are all very good budget options. Like Alex Sarr can still serve a purpose at the power forward position, still is 7'1", can block shots and has a decent jump shot. I think Dean Wade probably also in that B tier category, a very underrated budget card in this game. Haven't seen too many people talk about this card when we're talking about budget small forwards, but he's still really good. 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan. The stats are good for a diamond card. He's got Hall of Fame set shot specialist, Hall of Fame challenger, glove, post lockdown's really good. His jump shot is great, especially in the catch and shoot. He's got the Devin Booker dribble style. So like all around a great budget card in Dean Wade. I think he's going to be in B tier. Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels, another easy S tier option. Maybe the best budget card in this game. Definitely up there with like guys like Eddie Curry, Kel'el Ware. I think for sure is the best budget point guard in my team. 6'7" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan. The defense is top tier with that 99 steal, 97 perimeter, 92 block, 90 interior defense, tons of really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. And I think I'll say it, I think Dyson Daniels is the best budget card in this entire game. Not even talking about point guards, I do just think all around he is the best budget card. He can compete with some of the best point guards in this game. Like he's not that far off a Dark Matter Magic Johnson, who is a top 5 point guard in this game, and this card only goes for like 35k. So really good budget card in Dyson Daniels, potentially even the best one right now in my team. I think Justice Winslow is probably actually A tier. I do like him more than every single card in B. I think he's a very underrated point guard. I think, you know, you can maybe argue cards like Dean Wade are up there with Justice Winslow, but I think he's very good as a 6'6" point guard, 6'9" wingspan, great defensive card. I think his jump shot's actually underrated. His dribble sigs are good as well for a taller point guard. So I really like Justice Winslow. I think he's actually going to be in the A tier category. I've had a lot of fun with this card, you know, just on my account, and I'm probably going to pick him up on the no money spent account. Talking about Pink Diamond Zach Edey, I kind of want to put this card in A just because he is a 7'5" center card, and that is so rare to come across when we're talking about budget center cards. To be 7'5" with a 7'10" wingspan, I know he's slow. He only has 60 speed, 57 agility, but I'm going to put him in the A tier category. I think because of that size is so valuable to have, and he can also shoot the 3-ball well, 83-3. You know, he's got a good jump shot on quick timing. He's a really good interior defender. I think the speed's obviously going to be a concern, and definitely is a huge downside to the card. But I still think Pink Diamond Zach Edey is one of the better budget cards in this game. I'm going to put him in the A tier category. Talking about Pink Diamond Dante Exum, I think A tier is probably another fair spot for him. I think he's definitely a step below from a card like Dyson Daniels. He's good offensively. He's 6'6" at point guard. He's underrated defensively. Like I said, he's great offensively, but I think a card like Dyson Daniels is just all around the better point guard. Talking about Pink Diamond Danny Green, I think B tier is a fair spot for him. He's just another Bruce Bowen type of card. Plays great defense on the perimeter, has a good enough jump shot in the catch and shoot to hit wide open. That's all you really need Danny Green to do. I think he's a very solid budget card. Talking about Pink Diamond Terry Dishinger, I think you probably put him in A tier. I know people love the Dark Matter, but honestly, the Pink Diamond's got a better jump shot. If I'm being completely honest, this Pink Diamond card, even though it's on normal timing, I just love the Rudy Gay jump shot. They kind of messed it up by giving him Carmelo Anthony upper. I think if he had the Rudy Gay upper on his Dark Matter and it was on very quick, it'd probably be one of the best jump shots in this game, because even the Rudy Gay release on normal timing is so amazing. He's got the Kyrie Irving dribble style. I felt like they kind of downgraded this Terry Dishinger like a little bit when we're talking about the animations. The Trey Escape's obviously a huge upgrade, but like the Russell Westbrook dribble style, in my opinion, is quite a bit worse than the Kyrie Irving dribble style that the Pink Diamond Terry Dishinger has. So for me, I think Pink Diamond Terry, when we're talking about budget cards, is going to be in that A tier category. Jared Wallace, I mean, he's about 40k. I think he's probably S tier. I'm surprised that he's that cheap, because this card defensively is amazing. We're talking about cards like Rocco and Jared Wallace. That's what they're known for, is their defense. 6'7" at small forward, 6'10" wingspan. The defense is unreal, like 94 block, 98 steal, 97 perimeter, 97 interior defense. Amazing Hall of Fame defensive badges. Pretty much every single one you would want in game, besides like maybe high flying denier or rebound chaser. But like this card, great offensively as well, you know, for a defensive card. So I do think Jared Wallace is easily going to be in that S tier category. Talking about Wesley Person, I think he's kind of in C tier. He's got an okay jump. He's got like a good jump shot, but it's kind of just mediocre and everything else. Pink Diamond Stephon Castle, again, to me, I think he's that step below Dyson Daniels, but I do think he's very good at the point guard position. Definitely one of the better budget point guards in this game, alongside Dante Exum and Justice Winslow. Pink Diamond Jonathan Bender, you got to put this card in S tier. I mean, he is one of the more kind of just versatile cards in this game. Because he's 7 foot at small forward with a 7'4" wingspan, there's so many things you can do with this card on the court. You can use him as your main ball handler. You can use him as just kind of a catch and shoot 3-point shooter because of his jump shot being extremely fast. You can use him as your primary defender. You can use him as a weak side defender. You can put him on a big man. You can put him on a guard. Like, he's just so versatile at that small forward position. And when we're talking about budget cards, I do think he's one of the best. Definitely going to put him somewhere in this S tier category. Talking about Pink Diamond Reggie Lewis, I think this card's underrated. I don't know if he's A tier, but I do think like he's high B tier. Really like this card at shooting guard. He's 6'7", has a good jump shot, and all around I do think he's quite a bit better than Wesley Person. Jeff Green, absolutely love this card at small forward. I think he is so well rounded. He can do everything on the court. It seems like he's a great slasher, really good defender, has a good jump shot. Like, everything about this card is extremely good for a budget card. Amethyst Tamari Kamara I think is good, but realistically he's an Amethyst card, but I do think C tier is a fair spot. I think Pink Diamond Brown Scalabrini is going to be in B tier, just a good all-around small forward, but doesn't necessarily excel in anything specifically. Pink Diamond Matt Barnes, I think his time in S tier has kind of come up. I do like Rocco a little bit more at the shooting guard position, but I think Matt Barnes is still very good. High A tier budget card. He's really good offensively because of that jump shot, has a really quick release, great defensively, good size at the shooting guard position. Pat Burke I kind of just put on here as a meme. I do think he's going to be in that D tier category. He's not like horrible of a card, and I know DBG hypes him up a ton, so if DBG you're watching out there, man, I apologize. I'm not trying to hit on Pat Burke too much, but I know he loves this card, but honestly he's just kind of mediocre. Delon Wright probably going to be in C tier, kind of alongside Tamari Kamara. I think Ayo Desuma is actually pretty good, but again, I think he's on that same ranking as like Delon Wright. Good for Amethyst cards, good for salary cap, 6'5" point guard, 6'10" wingspan. But like, in the grand scheme of things, when we're talking about the better budget cards in this game, like, he's just not on the same level, in my opinion, you know, as any of these cards in B tier. Definitely not on the same ranking as any of these point guards that I do have in the A tier category. DeAndre Jordan, I mean, in the right hands, he could probably be A tier, and I kind of want to put him in A, but I think realistically, you know what, I'm going to put him in A. I mean, he is just so good. I know he only has a 57 3 ball, and his jump shot can be inconsistent at times, but if you can green consistently with DeAndre Jordan, he is seriously amazing. His other stats are literally dark matter level, but I do think he's going to be in that A tier category. Talking about Darius Miles, another card like Boris Diaw, you know, Udonis Haslem, I think they're all like B tier type of small forwards. They're just very well rounded. They don't do anything crazy, but they'll definitely fill a role, and they can do a good job on a budget squad. Talking about Shaedon Sharpe, probably going to be in C tier. Just not really too big of a fan of that card, to be honest. Jalen Rose is good. I think he's A tier. He actually came down in price quite a bit. He's only like 40k. Maybe even a little bit cheaper. And I mean, he's a 6'8" shooting guard, 7-foot wingspan. The stats are great across the board for this card. I like his jump shot. I like his dribble sigs. That tray escape is really good. Harden dribble style is good as well. So I think Jalen Rose, a tall shooting guard with good dribble sigs and a solid jump shot, is going to be in that A tier category. Diamond Tyson Chandler might be a surprise. I still think this card is S tier. He is so good at the center or power forward position. He's a great defender. I really like that card's jump shot. He just plays so well, in my personal opinion. Stacey Augment, I think, is a solid B tier type of card. Definitely high B tier. Just a very good all-around shooting guard. I think Kobe White's probably also in B tier. I do like the point guards like Justice Winslow, Dante Exum, and Stephon Castle over Kobe White, just in my personal opinion. Frank Kaminsky, I mean, I think you could probably argue A tier for, honestly, Frank Kaminsky. I really like this budget card. 7'1", really good jump shot. And I think he plays better defense in game than his stats and his badges would show. Pink Diamond Hakeem, I think you could argue S, and I think I'm going to put him in the S tier category alongside Tyson Chandler. James Wiseman, I would say, is A tier, kind of on that same ranking as a Frank Kaminsky. GG Jackson, really good for an Amethyst card. I do think he's going to be somewhere in that B tier category. And then Robert Pack, I think, is going to be in C tier. But yeah, guys, that's going to be my budget card tier list. In my opinion, these are all of the best budget cards in this game, and any single card from honestly B and upwards, I would really recommend. Like, even these B tier cards are really good for a budget price tag, but especially these cards in A and S, I think are some of the best value and best budget cards right now in my team. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys would change about my tier list and any other budget cards that I did miss out of this list. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.